Greetings. In this video, we're going to explore more of shapes. This is part 3 of lesson 1, shapes. We're going to add more elements to our project. Right? First, we're going to concentrate here at the top on this shape, like a vent. I'm zooming in. I selected my zoom tool. I clicked on the zoom tool, or you can press the Z key, then the zoom tool appears, and then you click, and click. All right, so now I'm gonna select, well, first I would like to know the weight of my stroke here. So I click on the object, I go to the control panel, I find that this is a 4-point stroke. I'm gonna reduce it and 3. I'm gonna give it 3 points, just a little lighter or thinner. All right, so I'm gonna select my line segment tool, and let me see. All right, that's pretty good. That's the width or the thickness of my line. All right, so I'm gonna zoom in a little more. Click on the zoom tool, click in the middle of the shape, and then I'm gonna create one line up here, and then one in between here, and one right in the middle, and then one here, and then the top one is gonna be a exact replica of the, I'm sorry, the bottom one here is gonna be exact replica of the one at the top. All right, so I'm gonna select the line segment tool. I observe that purple line at the top. I'm gonna click, hold the mouse, press the shift key, and drag it across somewhere around like that. All right, pretty good. Now I just made sure that the length of this line went a little past this corner. All right, so now I'm going to make a duplicate of this one, clicking in the middle of the line. Remember that middle of the line, that blue thin line, is called the spine. I'm gonna press my Alt key, I'm gonna click on the spine, press the Shift key, and I'm gonna drag it to the bottom. Okay, remember that the Alt key allows me to duplicate, and the Shift key allows me to drag it down in perfect alignment with the top one. Right there, when you see a smart guideline at the bottom, release the mouse. Right about there. Release the mouse. Beautiful. All right, so I need one in here, one in here, and one in here. So I need 3 more lines in between. Okay, I'm going to select this tool. It's called the blend tool. Blend tool. I will click it. Come over here. Click on specified steps. Select specified steps, and the specified steps is referring to the lines in between this top one and the bottom one. So that's 1, 2, 3. It's 1, 2, 3. I think 3 is good enough, so I'm gonna do 3 and see what happens. Okay, 3. Very good. Now I'm gonna click OK. I have my tool right there. See, I'm gonna click on the first line at the top, trying to pinpoint the spine. Okay, click it about right there. Now go down and click the one at the bottom, right about there. Oop, that's not what I want. Oops, let me see, Control Z, let's see what happens. Let me do it again. It's probably I didn't pinpoint the spine. Let's do it again, right in the middle, and click it over here. Oop. I'm gonna select the shape like that. All right, I'm gonna go back to my blend tool. I'm gonna click right on the spine. Now I'm gonna come down here at the bottom. I'm gonna click it right there. Something is not right. Do it again. If this doesn't work, I'm gonna have to do it differently. There we go. All right, so I'm gonna, well, yeah, that's fine. Now I'm gonna make a copy of this, of the bottom shape. Okay, copy, Control C, then Control F. Remember, this action is called paste in place, or paste in front. I'm sorry. I'm gonna Control F, and I need to bring the duplicate of the hexagon on top of the line. So I'll do Control Shift and the closing bracket key right about there. Okay. Now this is the duplicate of this other one. Okay, so this one needs to be on top of the lines. So I select, now I select the duplicate, the hexagon duplicate. With the Shift key, I select the lines. Right there, see? This is what I have selected. Very well. Now the hexagon, the duplicate hexagon, is going to be a container. We call it a container. In Illustrator, it's called clipping mask. Right? So I'm going to make a right click and then go down to make clipping mask. Something is not right. Let me do it again. That's fine. I need to bring this on top, Control Shift and the closing bracket key. With that selected, I'm going to press the Shift key and I'm going to click on the lines. Right about there. Now I'm going to make a right click and then I'm going to go to make clipping mask. Okay, let me see. It didn't do anything. Gotta try it again. Okay, so Control Shift and the closing bracket key. All right, that looks pretty good. Now I have the top object selected. Press the Shift key and click on the one of the lines. See? All right, so that's all selected. Now I'm gonna make a right click and make clipping mask. It's not clipping it. So let me do it one more time. See, the lines should be covered. All right, so all right, let me bring it out of the clipping mask. This is something that you need to learn. What is it for? Let's say that we're gonna edit the contents of the clipping mask. Make a right click and then let me try it again. This is the container. This is gonna remain the way it is, right? So the container, press the Shift key and click on that's pretty good. That's all selected. Now make a right click and make clipping mask. That's it. I think that's it. Let me bring it out. That's exactly what we need. Okay. All right. Pretty good. All right. The next thing we're gonna do is, well, the little edge. It's already done. Okay. In the videos, in the links, look for a video that it's called flower pot. So you're gonna make the flower pot and you're gonna position it right here. Okay? Once you make the flower pot and all its elements, you're gonna group them all, resize it down so it fits in here. Don't make it too big or too small, just enough to be here. All right, so I want to show you now how you can edit a blend group. Okay, remember we use the blend option to create this picket fence, right? So let's say we need to edit it, we need to fix it. Okay, to me it looks like it's a little too tall, so I want to select it all. See all the pickets in the blend. I want to make it a little shorter, but now being shorter, the pickets appear to be a little wider. All right, so I'm going to narrow them like this. But now what's going to happen to this side over here? Okay, so let's see. I'm gonna take it out of the blend tool. In other words, right now the blend tool or the blend effect is still active, still live. I call it live. So I need to kill the blend effect. I need to go to the object menu and then go down to expand, right? Let me do it again. Expand. All right, after expanding the blend group, I need to ungroup them. Control Shift G. Let me see if it worked. It looks like yeah, it did work. All right, so pretty good. So I need to delete all the ones in between this one and the one at the left. All right, so I don't want to go one by one. It's too much work. So I make sure that this object is locked. These two objects, the walkway and the green area. Right? It looks like the green area is locked. See, I can't do anything to it. But this one is unlocked. I need to lock it. Select the object, press Control 2. That's locked. Very well. Now I'm gonna click down here, hold the mouse, drag it up to cover this picket fence or picket, and then move it across like this. Now all the pickets in between are selected. I'm simply gonna delete it. All right. So now I'm gonna move this to my right. There. Pretty good. Now I need to fill the area in between with pickets. All right. So I'm gonna go back to the blend tool. Double click. And remember, it needs to be in specify steps right here. Select specify step. And I'm gonna enter, I don't know, I'm gonna try 18 pickets. And then I'm gonna click OK. And the same procedure as we did here, the vent here at the top. So I'm gonna click on the first object, and then I'm gonna click on the other object. That's pretty good. Beautiful. All right, so now we're going to create a chimney. There's two ways that you can create a chimney. All right, let me show you. Let me move the sun out of the way. You could simply make a rectangle about like this. Okay. make sure that the right side of the rectangle aligns with the right side of the house right here. All right, well then you can simply fill the color with some color. I'm gonna use this burnt red right about that, and then we're gonna do a little ledge like this one, but you can do it here at the top. Okay, all right, and that would be the chimney. Now let me show you another way to do this. Let me put this out of the way. All right, and let me bring the sun back. Okay, about right there. So I'm gonna work on some bricks. So for that, I'm gonna select the rectangle tool. So click it. Until now, we have used the tools, you know, whatever tool here. We select the tool, we click, hold, and drag, pretty much like that, right? So we're gonna use the tool differently now. We select the tool, we make one click, and then we have this dialog box in which I'm gonna enter the width of my rectangle, which is gonna be 0.5, that's half inch, and then I'm going to press the tab key until I get to the height value. Tab 1. There we go. So now for height, I'm gonna enter 0.2. So my rectangle is gonna be half inch wide by 0.2, which 0.2 is close to a quarter of an inch. Quarter of an inch exactly is 0.25. So 0.2 is pretty close. So I'm gonna click OK. And that's my rectangle. I'm gonna zoom in a little or a lot, whatever is needed. All right, so I'm gonna fill this object with the same burnt red that I filled the other object previous to this one. Pretty good. Now I'm gonna increase my stroke, my shape stroke to, I'm gonna do 2 points. Or maybe 2 points is too much. Let me do 1. In fact, I'm gonna do 1.5. So just so you can see that you can do not partial points. Instead of 2 points or 1 point or entire points, you can do 1.5, which is 1.5. You can do 1.1, 1.2, 1.3, 1.7. So I'm gonna do 1.5. Okay, and then I'm gonna press the enter key. Now I'm gonna color the stroke with this color. Very good. Again, trying to emulate the color of cement. You know, the grout between the bricks. All right, I'm gonna zoom in a little so I can see this with more closeness. All right, so now I'm going to select my selection tool. I'm gonna click inside of the object. I'm gonna hold it. I'm gonna press the Alt key and then the Shift keys. I'm gonna start dragging my object to the right. See the horizontal purple line in the middle? So that means that I'm dragging this object in perfect alignment with the original on the left, right? So again, when I press the Alt key, that allows me to duplicate the object while I'm dragging it. Now the Shift key allows me to drag the object in perfect alignment. Now I'm waiting to see a purple smart guide when the left of the object that I'm dragging overlaps the edge of the object on the left. See, I'm gonna go back a little. Right there. Right there, I'm gonna release the mouse. And there I have it. Beautiful. All right, remember, these steps needs to be done in one step. You don't need to, I mean, you should not, it's not gonna work if you don't do it like this. So you should not bring it out and then try to bring it closer by other means. Maybe you wanna drag it back or you wanna use the arrow keys. No, it doesn't work. This needs to be done exactly the way I showed you, All right, pretty good right there. So now, without clicking nowhere else, you press Control D. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 times. So I have, in total, I have 5 in between. So, and the original. So there's, well, there's like 7, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Pretty good. Now I'm gonna zoom out just a little like that. I'm gonna select all the bricks because these are bricks now. So I'm gonna click right here on the outside, hold the mouse and drag it to my right. As long as the pointer passes over the objects, it's selecting them. Right now I'm gonna press Control G to group all the 7 together. See, whenever whichever one I click and drag or hold and drag, it's like selecting all of them because they are in a group. All right, so now I need to make a duplicate of this, and like this junction here needs to align with this point right here. Okay, so I'm gonna zoom in just a little and see if that helps us. Okay, remember, when I duplicate, either this point needs to align with this junction, or maybe this one with this one, and so on. It's the same because they are all the same. So it doesn't matter which one of these points in the middle of this bricks aligns with the junction here. All right, so I'm gonna press the Alt key right here. I don't need the Shift key, right? So as long as I see this line between the 2 rows, that's fine. Now I'm gonna move my group left a little. Remember the junction. I'm gonna move it back a little. All right. Let's see how that works. All right, so now I need to group all of this. So select them both like this, the 2 rows, group them. Now I'm gonna need the Shift key, right? So click on the group, hold down the Alt and the Shift keys and drag it down. Oh, I'm sorry, it needs to go down right there. Right there. Release the mouse. And then release the keys, the Alt and the Shift key. Now I'm gonna do Control D. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. Now I'm going to do a rectangle. I'm gonna start it right on this corner, and I'm gonna end it on this corner or this corner, down to this corner and this corner. In other words, I don't want to start it between or in the middle of one brick, right? So take a look. I'm gonna select the rectangle tool, and I'm gonna do it maybe here at the top. Right there, right on the corner. Okay, click, hold, and cover. Right there. It's okay. This one you can come back and refine it a little. See how this is not right in the corner? So I'm gonna go back up and just bring it down. Just about right there. All right, now let me bring this down all the way to the bottom, or maybe all the way to here. Right, now let me take the fill off of this rectangle by going here and then click on none, right there. All right, so this rectangle, the one on top, this one, you can clearly see how it was done. Right in the corner of this brick, and well, maybe I should make it a little wider or not. Let me see. Okay. Right there. Okay, so it goes from this brick, that corner, to that corner of this brick. Right here at the bottom, pretty much the same situation. Right there. The entire brick on this corner, entire brick on this corner, entire brick on this corner. I mean, we could have gone down right here somewhere in the middle. It's fine. All right, so now I'm gonna select this rectangle. I'm gonna copy it, Control C. Okay. Now I'm gonna select this. Oh, sorry. I'm gonna select this rectangle, but I need to select all these objects here, all this row and these rows, all of those. I need to select them. I'm gonna group them, right? So I'm gonna do this, and like I always say, I'm gonna delete to see if this is what I exactly need. See, select them all like this. I'm gonna delete exactly. So I'm gonna bring them back, and I'm gonna press Ctrl Z. They are still selected. I'm gonna press Ctrl G to group them. Pretty good. All right, so now I'm gonna select them. Remember, this is one object now because it's a group. It's a group of groups, which now it should be reacting as one object. Okay, so I'm gonna select the rectangle here, okay, and then the bricks right there. So now I'm gonna make a right click and select Make Clipping Mask. Pretty good. Now I'm gonna paste whatever I copied. Remember the rectangle? Control F. Beautiful. And this is exactly what I need. All right, so I'm gonna select all of this and group them. Control G. All right, so now I'm gonna make a ledge here at the top. Okay, so I'm going to select the regular rectangle tool, and without the object selected here, because it's necessary not to select it, so we can observe the smart guide. Okay, look, I should be looking for a vertical line right there. That line is telling me that when I click right there, that object is going to be perfectly centered. I'm going to click, hold the Alt key, and I'm going to drag to my right and a little to the top or lower to make it a little taller. Okay, about right there. Wonderful. Now I'm going to round the corners. See, what I just did, it assures me that the left part hanging outside is exactly the same distance from here to here as from here to here. That's called symmetry. When we have same distance on the right as on the left, it's called symmetry. All All right, well, I could go with an object like this, but I'm gonna round it, going in here, inside of this, on the corner. When you want the four corners rounded, you can go to any one of this little thingy here. It's called corner widget. So I'm gonna click right here, and I wanna make it a little rounded, about like that. Remember that the more you drag inwardly, the rounded the corners become. I don't want it too round, so I'm gonna just come back a little and right there. Beautiful. So now I'm going to fill this object with dark gray, trying to emulate the color of cement. Or maybe a little darker. Now I'm gonna select all the objects. Well, actually, it's like two objects now, because this is one, and the ledge at the top, two. Okay, I'm gonna select them both like this. I'm gonna press Ctrl G to group them. I'm gonna press Ctrl 0 to see the entire project. I don't know where my chimney went, so I probably need to do Ctrl minus right there. Now I'm gonna click right in the middle right there, and I'm gonna drag it down somewhere around there. Okay, I'm gonna press Ctrl 0 one more time. I'm gonna press my Alt key, hold it, and I'm gonna do this. Remember, this is called panning. Okay, I'm gonna select my selection tool, click over here. Same thing, remember the right edge of this object needs to align with the right side of the house, somewhere around there. And maybe, just maybe, it's a little too big, so I'm gonna resize it down. It's called resizing proportionally. I don't wanna distort it. I don't wanna make it narrower or wider. So the same way it is, only making it smaller. I'm gonna go to any of these corners, that one right there, or this one right here, press the Shift key and make it a little bit smaller. Okay, something like this. I'm gonna move it back into the position. Remember, the right side of this needs to align with this right side. All right, I think that's probably okay. All right, so I need to bring it, I need to send it behind the roof. Okay, so I'm going to press the Control key and the opening bracket key. The opening bracket key is right to the right of the P key, and let me see if this works. Okay, so Control key, tap the opening bracket key several times. If that doesn't work, oh, there we go. Okay. Remember, sometimes it's gonna take a little longer because it needs to take in consideration of other objects that are found in the same plane. All right, pretty good. So now we're gonna create some smoke. All right, so we have a couple of tools here that makes this easy. So one, it's called the pencil tool. Okay, right here, the pencil tool. Maybe you wanna configure the tool before you start drawing. Let's say we want some thick line. Let me see, maybe let's see what 14 points will do. Okay, so select it. Come over here, make a click somewhere here. Okay, and then draw freehand, something like that. All right, freehand. If you still need to make it a little thicker, well, just select it and make it a little thicker. Right now it's 14 points. I'm gonna go maybe 20 points and see what that will do, or 18 points. Let me go 20. What the heck? All right, let's see what that happened. All right, so now we're going to, we need to have this behind the chimney. All right, but this is supposed to be the smoke coming out of the chimney. All right, so we're gonna go to the effect menu. We're gonna go down to blur, and then Gaussian blur. All right, remember this here, you always need the preview on to see how much you're blurring it. So click on this little dot, and of course the more you drag it to the right, the blurrier the object becomes. All right, and then I'm gonna click OK. All right, well that looks pretty good, I think. I'm going to press my Z key to bring the zoom tool out. Click, click. Now we want the smoke to go up behind the chimney. All right, so make sure you select it. And you're gonna do the same thing that you did with the chimney to send it back. So press the Control key and then hold it, and then the opening bracket key. Tap it 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Keep tapping it. There we go. Okay. All right, so now let me show you if it doesn't go back right away, you may consider do this. Let me bring it on top again. There. All right. Consider doing this. If it doesn't go behind, kind of like right away, you can do this thing. Press Control, Shift, hold them, and then the opening bracket key. It sent the chimney or the smoke, I'm sorry, behind the sky. Now you want to bring it in front of the sky. This time hold the Control key only, and then tap the closing bracket key once. That's it. That makes it move a little faster. Beautiful. Now, like, you know, art imitates life. The way the pickets are located, they're kind of flimsy. They will fall down. So we're going to create something that holds them together, right? So select the rectangle tool, click somewhere in the middle of the first picket, hold it and drag it across about right there. End it in the middle of the last picket. All right, so now we're going to fill that object with white. Right there. All right. Now, so we can distinguish the difference with the picket fence and that object holding them together. We could add, I don't know, maybe a shadow, or maybe make it, give it a stroke. Let me see what a shadow will do. So we're gonna go to the effect menu, down to stylize, and then over to drop shadow. Okay, there you go. Well, it looks like a drop shadow is a little too strong. Let's bring the opacity down. Opacity means that the shadow won't be too strong. So right now it's 75%. 100% is the darkest that you can go, close to the darkest color in the shadow. So let me make it maybe, I don't know, 40%. And let's see what happens. Click OK. I guess there is a way that you can make the shadow a little shorter. Now I'm gonna duplicate this same object. So I'm gonna pretty much like we did the bricks. You can click on the object, press the Alt key, hold the Shift key, and drag it down somewhere around like that. Release. Okay, pretty good. Now, right here above the door, we're gonna create a, I think they call it half or something moon right here. It's like a window, a rounded window. Let me make this a little shorter, about right there. Or maybe I should, I don't know. Maybe I raise the roof up a little. All right, so let me select the roof. And I'm gonna just nudge it with my arrow keys. Oh, that went too much. Okay, right there. Now let me make the door a little shorter, just a little bit. Right there. And a little narrower too. Okay, pretty good. Now I need to create a circle. It needs to be a perfect circle that goes, well, essentially we need the circle to be the same width as the door. All right, so we're gonna select the ellipse tool, and well, we can do it here, right in the middle of this this stroke right there. Then hold down the Shift key and drag it across until it goes to the middle of the other frame, other side of the door, right there. I'm gonna release the mouse. Right there. Now I'm going to make the stroke just a bit thinner or lighter. Right now it's 7 points. I'm gonna make it maybe 4 points. Or maybe 3 points. Okay, pretty good. All right, so I need to cut this in half. So I'm gonna create a rectangle that covers maybe a little more than half. So about right there. Maybe I want to raise it up a little. About right there. Okay. I need to cover the bottom half completely. Right now I can see that we need to make it a little longer, yeah, like that. All right. So with that rectangle selected, I press the Shift key and select the circle. Okay. This is actually what I'm selecting. All right. So in the Pathfinder panel, okay, remember, if you don't have the Pathfinder panel out, you go to the window menu and look for it, Pathfinder. Now I'm going to select this option. It's called minus front. Minus front means that the object that is on top or in front of the circle, in this case the circle and the rectangle, needs to be in front or on top of the circle. Okay, so click on here, and there we have half a circle. All right, I'm just gonna bring it up like that. Maybe I need to make it a little bigger. I do it with the shift key, somewhere around there. I'm gonna fill the inside with a gray color again, trying to emulate the color of glass, like that. I'm gonna nudge it down a little, like that. All right, well, there are a couple of things that you can come up on your own. See if you can come up with a gate over here, like this. Maybe you can come up with some curtains right here. What else can you come up with? I don't know. Maybe make another cloud. This one I could duplicate it. Of course, I need to make it slightly different. Maybe I wanna flip it. So what's on the, or maybe bring it over here. I don't know. Okay, so let me see if I can think of what else you can put to this project, and I put it on another video, which I'm gonna call lesson 1, shapes, part 3. For now, this is the end of lesson 1, shapes, part 3. I'm sorry, if I find something else, I'm gonna call it lesson 1, shapes, part 4. Thank you. Watch the other videos.